So if this is your scenario that you're getting asked for salary expectations before the on-site interview, first of all, congratulations, because you've already been through a couple of filters here, the CV screening round and probably 1 or 2 phone interviews. So you're someone that's pretty special to them, that's for sure. The second thing you want to keep in mind here is that the job description that you're applying for is more likely a general purpose one, a vague one that they usually make on purpose as part either of their hiring strategy, either because some candidates respond better to these types of general job descriptions. So this being said, there are a couple of mistakes you would want to avoid at all costs. The first one of them being, don't just tell them, I have no idea what my salary expectations are, but I'm sure we're going to work something out after the on-site interview. You're going to send the wrong type of message to them. On the same lines here, I don't believe it's a good strategy if you reply with your existing salary and say, how much can you offer? I don't believe that this is also to your advantage. And of course, it's never to your advantage to say, I have no idea about this, because it's you actually the one supposed to be showing interest in the company. Now, maybe something you must I must first tell you based on my experience. I've never heard of anything such as a candidate being disqualified from the process for asking too much money before an on-site interview, or them not being interested in moving forward with the on-site interview because the expectations were too high. This is not to say that you should ask a ton of money, an unrealistic amount here. But what I'm saying is not to be afraid of this, because you actually have to a certain extent the upper hand here. And probably one of the main reasons they ask you this is because they also want to tune up their hiring team. They want to know, hey, how important is this guy? How important should we expect this guy to be? So we know which members of our team we're going to engage in this hiring process. Also, some companies might even go as far as to redefine the types of questions they'll ask you based on the seniority that you are implying with your salary expectations. So there's actually no synchronization thing. Now, in my opinion, your best strategy here is to look at this as a unique opportunity to further improve your chances of receiving a job offer. And the best way to do this is, by doing your homework. How are you doing your homework? Well, basically the idea is you want to find your worth here. So to find your worth, besides asking some friends, but there must be some friends who are really knowledgeable of both your industry as well as the area that you are applying for a job in. This would be one thing. Then the other thing, there are various pretty good salary calculators online. I also link a couple of them here that I believe do a great job. But let me be straightforward here. The real deal here is your time invested into the effort. So you should really take a day off and find out what's your worth based on this information. And from experience, this is not actually that challenging. It just takes time. So this is the main challenge here. This is the main unknown, that it really takes you time to find these things. Maybe you won't have a lot of time to prepare for that on-site interview, so that's why it's even more challenging. Now, one thing you would want to avoid at all costs is to show as a poor communicator here. So to give an example, if they send you an email asking you for your expectations and you have a no reply for 7 days, that's what shows as a poor communicator. When in fact, if you just reply them immediately saying, hey, thank you for your question, I haven't really gave this a good thought, but let me think about it, let me consult with my family, with my significant other, and I'll get back to you within, 5 days or 3 days if you want, right? And you ask them is this working for you, or should I hurry up, or whatever else you want. But you want to at all costs show professional and as a very strong communicator. So again, the main challenge here is that this will take you time. This will grab you time from this effort, and the sooner you'll start thinking what's your worth and finding out your worth. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can even negotiate it even further after the interview. But my recommendation is to get to work quickly and get over this, because it's oftentimes that there's also this bias, that it might represent a distraction from your actual preparation for the on-site interview. So, long story short, show as a professional communicator, understand why are they asking you this, understand you are pretty special in the process, and I believe you're good to go here.